Okay, so in this question, we want to determine the value of the r squared, which is the coefficient of determination, right? Okay, so for this purpose, we're going to use the formula given by the book. The r squared is going to be the sum square regression divided by the sum square total, right? So if we read the exercise, we have both of them, the sum square regression here and sum square total is right here. So you just have to plug it into the calculator and come up with a number, right? So what you're going to do, you just divide 131,742.71 divided by 140,898.24. All right, let's plug it into the calculator. And we get 0.93502. We want to run to two decimal places, so it's going to be 0.9350. All right, so let's verify it. Okay, it looks good. Now, stadium, the meaning of this, right? So as we explained it in previous questions, so the meaning of this, whenever you multiply by 100, that's going to be 93.50. 93.5% of the y value is explained by the x value. And it happened here to be that the y value is going to be the cost of the meal, and the x value is going to be the rating of the restaurant, right? So we're going to plug in here 93.5, right, percent. And this can be explained, all right, by the rating, and check it. Good. Now we are calculating the SYX, which is called the standard error estimate. And for this question, we need the following two formulas, right? So we need this formula over here, the SYX, right, equals to the square root of the sum square error divided by n minus 2. So we know the n is going to be 10, so n minus 2 is going to be 8. However, we don't know the sum square error. It's not given to us directly, at least, right? So we need to figure out this. So for this purpose, we're going to use the following formula. So you see the SSE here. So what we can do, if I want to solve for the SSE, sum square error, I just have to move this one to this side. So the sum square total minus the sum square regression, this should give me the sum square error. That's the number I want, right? So we can plug in the numbers. So the sum square total is going to be 140,898.24. The SSR is going to be 131,742.71. And let's plug it into the calculator again and see what is it. And this is going to be 9,155.53. Okay, so now we can use the formula above. So the SYX, right, the standard error, is the square root of 9,155.53 divided by n minus 2, that's 10 minus 2, which is 8, right? Again, let's plug it in the calculator. So I'm going to start with the square root, second and x squared, the square root, and then I'm going to go highlight this, and then divide it by 8. And that's it. Enter. So this is going to be 33.829, which is 33.83. Okay, so let's plug it in. So they want 4 decimal places. So 4 decimal places. Let's take it right away. So it can be 33.829.5. This 9.6. Check it. Okay, looks good. And then we want to do the interpretation. So what you want to focus here more, you want to focus on the R squared. All right. So the R squared, it should be big enough or close to 100%. And the SYX, it shouldn't be really too big, which is 33 relatively to the value that we have here is fine, right? So this is magnitude of thousands. This is only 33. So we're good. So now there is a good prediction or not, and definitely there is a good prediction. So it's very useful for predict here. Very useful predict. I cannot choose A and B because they are saying the opposite. And then what are you predicting? I'm predicting the cost relatively to the rating, right? So the cost of the meal here, right, is close to 1. Okay, that's good. And the error estimate is fairly small. So I think C is the best choice here, and it's good.